Hello children, welcome to the online classes. Children, you imagine if we don't have bones in our body, how our body will be. Can we stand erect? Can we walk? Can we sit? No, we can't, isn't it? So, without bones, we can't stand straight, we can't sit, we can't walk. But we can walk, we can do all sorts of activities. We can sit, we can run, isn't it? Jump, hop, and we have a particular shape. If there are no bones, there won't be any shape. It will be a lump of muscles. It's like a ball of muscles. We can't walk. We will fall down, isn't it? But we have a proper shape. We can walk, we can run, jump, hop, whatever we want we can do. This is all because of the presence of bones. When we are born, there are more number of bones, but later they fuse, some bones fuse and form nearly 206 bones. In an adult human being, there are about 206 bones. These 206 bones, they are placed in particular positions in our body to give a proper shape, a skeletal framework, isn't it? This skeleton gives shape and support to our body. Today our lesson, because of these bones, and the bone is attached to the muscle is attached to the bone. The muscles and bones together help us in walking. So today our topic is body movements. Body movements. If I want to write, I can write. I can fold my hand. I can raise my hand. I can look that side, look this side, look up, look down. Different angles we can move in different angles. We can move our body, we can stretch our arms, we can fold our arms at the elbow, and we can walk, we can fold our legs, we can do yogasanas, whatever we want we can do. So in any direction, in how many directions the joints can move, the bones can move, in those many directions we can move our body, isn't it? So the body movement is possible just because of bones and muscles in our body. The muscles are attached to the bones. Actually, in our body, there are 206 bones. In an adult human being, altogether 206 bones are there. Among these 206 bones, the bone in the thigh, T-H-I-G-H, the thigh bone is the strongest and the longest bone in our body. And the bone in the ear, it is the smallest bone. The smallest bone is present in the ear and the longest bone is present in the thigh. It is the strongest bone. In our hands bones are there. In the fingers bones are there. Fingers also we can open, close. We can close our fists. We can open. We can fold them. But can we bend them in opposite direction? No, we can't. We can fold them in one direction only. We cannot fold them in the other direction. And our hand also we can fold like this, but we cannot bend it the other side. So how is it possible because to fold or to open and close our fist? Because there are, if you see your hand, there are different bones. If you touch your hand, you can understand the bone, different bones are there. These bones are joined to each other. Here this is the shoulder bone. The shoulder bone is fixed in the upper arm bone, and upper arm bone and forearm in between they are separate, isn't it? It's if it is a single bone from here to here, then can we move here like this? No. If it is a single bone from here to continued here till here, can we lift it up like this? No. But here there is a joint, this bone is separate, this bone is separate, this bone is separate, all joints are there. And here this is also, if it is a single bone from here all together, we cannot move this in different directions. But there are joints, isn't it? We can sit means, how can we sit? Because there is a joint in the hip. We can fold our legs at the knee and hands at the elbow, isn't it? This is the elbow and this is the wrist, yes, and the knee. At the knee we can fold our we can fold our legs. Ankle is the place where the foot is connected to the lower leg. Upper leg, lower leg. Upper leg has the strongest and the longest bone. That bone only is called the thigh bone, isn't it? So there are joints. Unless there are joints, we cannot move our body. So finally we came to know that there are joints in our body. If we see these joints, there are different types of joints, because we can move our head in 3 directions, upper, lower, that side, this side, in all the 4 directions we can move our head. We can fold our hands, we can fold our legs backwards, we can fold hands forward, and we can lift our hand, isn't it? So what are the different types of joints? Let us see. The joint present in the neck. First, let us see the neck. In the neck, the joint is pivot joint. P-I-V-O-T. Pivot joint. This joint allows the movement of our head in 4 directions. And in the head, if you see the joints, there are bones. In our skull, there are 14 bones. In our head, 14 bones are there. All the bones, they do not move separately, they are fused. There is no joint between them. Only in the head, the lower jaw is mobile. We can move it up and down, because to talk, to eat the food, we have to open the mouth. To open the mouth, the lower jaw moves. The upper jaw does not move. Only crocodile can move its upper jaw. It opens its mouth like this, not like this. Suppose this is the mouth, it opens the mouth like this, but we open our mouth like this. Will be here only, we open like this, isn't it? Like this it moves, our lower jaw. But for crocodile, the upper jaw moves. For other animals, the lower jaw moves. The lower jaw opens, closes, opens, closes. But for crocodile, the upper jaw, it opens and closes, isn't it? So, in our head, only the lower jaw is the mobile joint, has mobile joint, but the remaining bones are fixed in their position. Why they are fixed so? Because in the brain, inside, there is brain. In our head, there is brain. The brain has to be protected. That is why all these bones fuse to form a hard structure that is called skull. In our skull, how many bones are there? 14 bones are there. Among these 14 bones, only the lower jaw is mobile. The remaining bones are fixed together to form the hard skull. The other name of skull is cranium. C-R-A-N-I-U-M. Cranium. Cranium or brain box. Cranium, brain box, skull, all are same. In the skull only, the brain is protected. Brain is a soft part. It is protected by the skull. So, the pivot joint is present in the neck. What about the shoulder? Shoulder, knee, hip. These are ball and socket joint. Ball and socket. That joint is called ball and socket joint. See, suppose this is our upper arm bone. It ends in the shape of a ball, and this ball fixes into a socket. It can move freely. This ball can move in the hollow space or the socket of the, what is this one? This is the upper arm bone, and this is the shoulder bone, which is connected to the head here. Shoulder bone joins at the neck, no? It joins at the neck, isn't it? So here we can move it up and down, right? So the shoulder bone, the joint at the shoulder is ball and socket joint. The upper arm bone ends in a ball shape, and that ball fixes in the socket. This is the socket, and this fixes in this. So this is called ball and socket joint, which allows the movement of the joint in all directions. Yes, in all the directions. We can move like this. We can move up, we can move down. Yes, we can move. So, ball and socket joint. And here, this one in one direction. See children, we can close the door. We can open the door. Door can be closed and opened. But can we move the door in the opposite? బయటికి తోయలేం కదా దాన్ని, బయటికి వెళ్ళదు, ఒక డైరెక్షన్లోనే మూవ్ అవుతుంది. ఫ్రంట్కి బ్యాక్కి, ఫ్రంట్కి బ్యాక్కి. ఈ డైరెక్షన్లో క్లోజ్ చేస్తే ఈ డైరెక్షన్లోనే ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. ఎలా అయితే మనం ఇలా అంటే మళ్ళీ ఈ డైరెక్షన్లోనే ఓపెన్. కానీ బ్యాక్కి వెళ్తుందా? అలానే డోర్ కూడా బయట సైడ్కి మనం ఫోల్డ్ చేయలేం దాన్ని. సో దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ జాయింట్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ హింజ్ జాయింట్. Hinge. So in the knee, elbow and knee, the joint is hinge joint. In the shoulder and hip, at the waist, in నడుము దగ్గర అనమాట, కూర్చుంటాం కదా అక్కడ, నడుము దగ్గర నుంచి కింద పార్ట్. సో the hip joint, that is okay. We can sit because of that. Shoulder and hip, ball and socket joint. Elbow and knee, wrist, fingers, isn't it? Fingers. In opposite direction we can't. Elbow also in this direction. In back direction we can't. Knee backwards. Front we can't fold. So the joints present in the fingers, wrist, elbow and knee are hinge joints. Pivot joint or pivot joint, you can say. This one is present in the neck. Ball and socket joint is present in the shoulder and hip. Next, hinge joint is present in the elbow, knee, wrist, fingers. Immobile joints are present in immobile. They can't move. Immobile joints are present in the skull. So, altogether 4 types of joints are there. Pivot joint, ball and socket joint, hinge joint, immobile joint. Pivot joint in the neck, ball and socket joint in the shoulder and hip, hinge joint in the elbow, knee, wrist, fingers, immobile joint in the head, in the skull. Okay, skull or cranium. there are bones in the fingers, I said. The bones in the fingers are called carpels. The bones in the fingers are called carpels. Yes? And we have backbone. In the backbone also there are bones. The backbone is like this. Everyone has backbone. Isn't it? There are bones. Backbone is also called vertebral column. Backbone is also called vertebral column. This vertebral column has 33 bones. In our backbone or vertebral column, there are 33 bones. Okay. Each bone is called vertebra. Plural vertebrae. This is vertebral column. Each bone is, the last 3 bones are fused together, and these bones they are called vertebra or vertebra is singular, vertebrae is plural. These are the vertebrae. This is the vertebral column. Each bone is called vertebra, vertebrum or vertebrae. So 33 bones are there in the backbone. What about our rib cage? The rib cage is present in the chest region. This rib cage has 12 pairs of bones on either sides. Total 24. 12 pairs of bones are present in the, actually they will be like this, joined. Isn't it? You might have seen, for lean children we can see. If we touch here, బాగా సన్నగా ఉన్న వాళ్ళకైతే మనం ఇక్కడ చెస్ట్ దగ్గర టచ్ చేస్తే ఆ బోన్స్ మనకి we can feel హార్డ్గా తగులుతుంటాయి అన్నమాట. So these are the chest bones. 12 pairs of bones together form the rib cage. These are called ribs. The ribs in the chest are called, the bones in the chest are called ribs. The bones in the chest region are called ribs. How many ribs are there? 24 ribs. Means this side 12, this side 12. All the 12 together form like a case. Case ante panjaram. So that is why they are called rib case. Okay na? Skeleton, asti panjaram, rib cage. Rib cage means ribs that are present in the chest region form a case, okay, case like structure. Within this rib cage there are heart and lungs. The rib cage is protecting the internal organs, heart and lungs. The brain or skull, the brain is protected by skull or cranium. Heart and lungs are protected by the rib cage. How many pairs of bones are there in the rib cage? 12 pairs of bones are there in the rib cage. 12 pairs means 12 into 2, 24 bones are there. Yes, these 24 or 12 pairs form the rib cage. Right? So, let's have a look. Let's have a summary. Our body has 206 bones. When we are born, there are more number of bones, but they all, some bones fuse together and form the major bones. Like the 206 bones are there finally. In these 206 bones, among these, the thigh bone is the strongest and the longest bone, and the bone in the ears is the smallest bone. The bones in the fingers are called carpels, and there are 33 bones in our backbone. In ribcage, 24 bones are there, or 12 pairs of bones are there. In the skull, 14 bones are there altogether. Among these 13 are immovable and only the lower jaw is mobile. The remaining 13 fuse to form the skull. Skull protects the brain. The other name of skull is cranium or brain box. So, how can the body move? The body can move because of the joints. Joint is a place where two bones fuse. ఎక్కడైతే రెండు బోన్స్ కలుస్తాయో దాన్ని జాయింట్ అంటారు. జాయింట్ ఈజ్ ఎ ప్లేస్ వేర్ టూ బోన్స్ మీట్, నాట్ ఫ్యూజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ, దే మీట్. At that place there are joints. There are four types of joints in our body: pivot joint, ball and socket joint, present in the shoulder and hip, hinge joint in elbow and knee, and in the wrist also is fingers, immobile joints in the skull. Is it clear, children? So prepare for the exam. In this lesson is there for unit test 4. So prepare well, read thoroughly, read the lesson from the textbook also. You can understand easily. Have a nice day, children.